Located in Southern California's Santa Ynez Valley, the town of Solvang is recognized for wineries and Danish-inspired architecture. The Danish village theme is consistent through the local hotels, restaurants, bakeries, boutiques, and gift shops. But that's not the reason I've traveled to this Danish postcard setting. More importantly, I've come to Solvang to visit the Vintage Motorcycle Museum. The museum is a private collection of motorcycles all owned by local Solvang resident Virgil Ealing. Virgil is a collector of many things, especially some of the rarest and most valuable bikes on the planet. The collection of American, European, and Japanese motorcycles is world class. After storing the machines in his garage, living room, and other spaces around his home, Virgil decided to start a museum, which he opened to the public in 2000. The small, compact space showcases around 95 motorcycles. Great Britain is well represented at the gallery. Here is a 1932 Brough Superior. You may recall that Lawrence of Arabia was fatally injured while riding a Burro Superior SS100 near his home in England. The accident is featured in the opening scene in the movie. This model features a 680cc engine manufactured by J.A. Prestwich. The collection also includes an impressive group of Vincents. Here we have a 1939 Series A 1000cc Rapide. Only 77 of these bikes were made before World War II halted production. This is the last one built, engine number 1077. After the war, Vincent introduced the Series B Rapide Twin, a bike capable of doing the ton, 110 miles per hour in fact, making it the fastest bike at that time. This is a 1947 version. The Vincent Black Shadow, sometimes referred to as the first superbike, earned fame at the Bonneville Salt Flats. Raleigh Free, riding a modified Shadow while wearing a skimpy bathing suit, you've seen the photo I'm sure, set a speed record on the flats at 150 miles per hour. But the speed doesn't stop there. This is a 1949 supercharged Vincent Black Lightning, built to go super fast. This bike has been clocked at 182 miles per hour. Speaking of the Salt Flats, there are several Triumph Bonnevilles on display at the museum. This one is a 1959 model, the first year of production for the bike. As a rider of BMWs, I always love to study vintage flat twins, like this Rennsport 255 compressor. A BMW like this won the 1939 Isle of Man TT, the very first non-British bike to win the race. Hey, more motorcycles in a moment. I'm going to take a walk downtown and check out Solvang's Copenhagen sausage garden. I'm in the mood for a bratwurst and a pint of Denmark's finest Pilsner. Afterward, I step into one of those Danish bakeries. To go. I believe this piece of German chocolate cake has my name written on it. Okay, enough already. Back to the bikes. You will find some unique pieces at this museum. In fact, here's one of the strangest motorcycles ever made, a 1922 Magola, an experimental design that features a radial engine inside of the front wheel, essentially an aircraft motor. This is the last V1000 race bike designed and hand-built by New Zealand's John Britten. He made 10 copies of the bike in the early 1900s before, sadly, he passed away at the age of 45. The Britten was ahead of its time in terms of innovation and sophistication, and it was very fast. The bodywork and wheels are made of carbon fiber. Among the Italian bikes, there's an 8-cylinder Moto Guzzi Grand Prix replica equipped with a dust bin fairing. Bikes with these fairings were often involved in accidents due to crosswinds and were banned from racing in the late 1950s. Now here's a sweet 1974 Ducati 750 Sport, one of the first V-twin designs that helped make Ducati famous for racing. My favorite Japanese motorcycle at the museum is this 1970 Honda CB750. When it comes to American bikes, you'll find some classic Harleys and Indians. I cannot take my eyes off this 1940 Crocker Big Tank. Sure wish this brand had survived. The factory in Los Angeles stopped producing motorcycles in 1941. Today, Crockers are one of the most expensive bikes to collect. As I contemplate the collection at the Vintage Museum, I think about the history of motorcycles and marvel at the ingenuity of the early engineers, designers, craftsmen, and daredevils who rode these bikes. I think about mechanical precision, speed, styling, travel, adventure, competition, risk, freedom, and passion. God, I love motorcycles. Well, that does it for my tour of the Solvang Vintage Motorcycle Museum. For Wheel Stories, thanks for watching, everybody.